Welcome back to the show, everyone. We are very happy to be joined by a good friend who has come on the show many times, and he has the #1 best-selling cookbook in this country.
Congratulations. Of course,
Thank you.
we're talking about Chef Michael Smith. How are you?
I'm good. Good to be back.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
This is really exciting.
Isn't it cool? You put your heart and soul into something and it
it
actually works. I love it.
Yay!
Yeah.
Well, and 100 recipes, too. That's, I mean, it is a, you've done cookbooks before, obviously. I think this is #5, but that's a Herculean effort.
You know what that is? That's a lot of happy neighbors.
You're making food all day.
Oh, yeah. When we're
It is
testing
awesome.
up a storm, like everybody in the neighborhood's having a great
Now
time.
tell us about the cookbook. We really love the format of it.
Sure.
You've got tons of tips and tricks, but tell us about the 100 recipes
It's
and stuff.
not that different from my other books. This book is all about empowering cooks. You know, we're not striving for perfection. We're just trying to get dinner on the table. Let's look for easy ways to do that, simple ways to do it that doesn't compromise our health and our wellness and all of those things. You know, I'm just thrilled to be a tool for Canadian cooks. Like, it's not that hard to do.
Well, and it seems like a simple philosophy, but strangely enough, in the times in which we live, this has become somewhat revolutionary, right?
Shall we prove it for the folks at home?
that's right.
This
Let's
isn't
do
that big a
this.
deal?
What are we doing
All right,
today?
we're going to make a dressing. We're going to make an Italian-inspired salad. Excuse my reach. We're going to start with my magic ratio of 2 parts olive oil,
All right.
any olive oil or any vegetable oil, really, to 1 part any vinegar. Although in this case we're going Italian, so red wine vinegar.
Not too bad.
You know, so there's the 1 part.
2 to 1.
We all like sweet and sour dressing.
We
so
certainly do.
Let's put another
Michael, as
1
we've
part.
learned, measuring is very, very important, both in your cookbook and in your general
Yeah, we're
philosophy.
striving for
So a little bit
perfection
of honey
here.
and then a little...
Now, this is the magic ingredient.
Yeah.
This is what emulsifies. Forget that word, but it actually does emulsify it. It draws the oil and the vinegar together. And it doesn't take much. Just
that much.
a
It's
little
a
jab.
binding
Just
agent.
a little bit.
There
That's
you
all
go. It's a
got.
binding agent. And then, all right, you
I'll do
show the folks at home. Nothing up my
Any
sleeve.
idiot can do
You
it,
can actually
people.
do this. Like, give her.
Am I supposed to give her? There we go.
Michael,
See,
I
look
just,
at that.
It's
It's always so
emulsifying.
much fun to have you on the show because, I mean, half the fun, I think, in any kitchen, and you talk about this all the time, is kind of making mistakes sometimes, especially
of
if you're
course, of
a
course.
newer cook or you're just trying to teach yourself. You can't be afraid of messing things up sometimes.
It's okay to mess
Am I
up.
emulsified?
Look at it. It's perfect.
Am I right?
What else is he going to say?
There we go.
emulsifier.
That's
Well
me.
done.
Well
Okay,
done.
so what else are we going to do for our
Well,
little
now
Italian salad?
let's simply toss some of those greens in, or heck, toss them all in, whatever. Just give her. There you go.
Just give her. I like your attitude. That's very Canadian.
Okay, we're looking good here. And
Okay.
now a couple of things that sort of tip this into the Italian world, okay? And I'm no expert on Italian food, but again, I'm not trying to be an expert any more than you ought to try at home.
Right.
We're just making dinner.
Okay.
Right? So this is some standard Parmesan cheese that we just baked on a sheet. It's optional. You can do it if you
Yeah,
like
but it's
or
so
not.
tasty.
Try it, eh? It melts into this crispy, crusty stuff. You have your taste, then dump the rest right on top.
And it'll give you a nice crunch to your salad, too.
And here comes some cherry tomatoes,
We
lots
didn't
of
even
flavor.
chop them. We're saving time here.
if you want.
Look at how pretty it looks.
I know, I love
it's
it.
gorgeous.
And here's where it starts to get really interesting. I like green onions in my salad and basil leaves. Gosh, I love this. This tips this salad right into the...
And you're just doing the whole leaves.
Yeah, of course. And all
really
of
like-
them. Come on, as many as
And you
like.
did all of them, which is something...
Because they're so flavorful.
Yeah.
And fresh.
They're fresh, and you get all these beautiful little bursts of flavors. You eat the salad, and it's so Italian. And
right.
and on that note, why not throw in some Italian parsley too? You know,
Why not?
Just mix it right in, and now you've got all these nice bursts of herb flavor going on.
Way to go. Michael, I love your enthusiasm. Do you ever get, I mean, as a professional chef, as a guy who does this all the time, do you ever get burnt out about food, about making dinner? Is it ever get...
Human being.
Yeah.
I burn out too.
Yeah.
You know, it's okay, like we all do. And that's why I say let's just keep it all in perspective, okay? We're not striving for perfection. We're just trying to put dinner together.
Yeah.
It's not hard to do.
Well, and your family and friends, bless them, are generally a really forgiving group of people.
Yes,
That's why
they
they're
are,
your
yeah.
family and friends. So,
That's right.
If you come over and it's not perfect, that's just all right. It's about the company, it's about the time, it's about all that
and
stuff.
especially this time of year. Like,
Yeah.
let's keep it in perspective. Really, as much as it pains me to admit this, as a cook, as a chef, as a guy who writes cookbooks,
right.
It's not what's on the table to begin with.
It's the people around
it's
you.
It's who's at the table. That's what matters.
And I love your philosophy in the book when you are giving tips. I mean, you don't need to have chef's knives. You don't need to have all the fancy stuff in the kitchen. We basically, what have we used here?
Just hardly anything. Look, you guys don't even have a stove.
I know.
There's nothing to plug in here.
You know what? We're taking your philosophy to the next level.
Yes, you are.
No wonder this is so popular. Look at, I mean, the photography in this. Every recipe has a beautiful picture, a little bit of food porn on it.
Yeah, and it is. It's total food porn.
It is.
Yours is never going to look like the one in the picture, but that's okay.
It'll look like yours.
As long as it tastes good.
Well, drinking the Kool-Aid. I love that.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much,
Thanks
Michael.
for
Always
having
nice
me.
to see you. And before we did the interview, Michael asked why Mike was over here on this side, and we just have to answer that question.
This is a very challenging shot for our camera people to frame up right now. When
Always
I stand
nice to
beside
see you.
Mike.
Make sure there's a reason why it's #1. Pick up Chef Michael Smith's latest book. You can find it everywhere. And if you want to join him, he's going to be. I'm sorry, I forgot you were there. I just almost ran you over.
Sorry.
Books to Cooks this evening. We're going to take a break and we'll be back with more right after this. Don't go away. See, I look normal now. It's you.